Okay, I am here in Maine at my dad's house. This is my dad's house. And I don't know, he's owned it for maybe 40 years, I guess, since the 70s. And then next door, right there, was my grandmother's house, which was then his oldest sister, who has since passed. We're right by a very busy road. It's a small road, but they come up over this hill, which is right where they put the mailboxes for all three houses. Oh, this is my Aunt B's house right there. That's Aunt B. Everyone needs an Aunt B. So I can't even remember what I was going to say because I'm so tired. I drove up here on Wednesday. Anyways, yeah, so that's where my dad grew up. His oldest sister, that's where I was going. His oldest sister, but she has passed at 95. She passed, and so now it's her children's. But yeah, so the whole family owns all of this. We own down to the water. I have about 100 acres. Way back there, that's my grandfather's barn where he used to keep his horses. And yeah, this is definitely one of our happy places. There's used to be blueberry fields kind of where those tall bushes are, but they haven't been burned in so many years that they're really not producing any fruit. And there's another field on the other side of that house, which is part of our property, but it also is not really producing any fruit. And, you know, that's just what happens. The place is getting a little run down. So I was driving up from Florida. I was going to pick up my sister in Virginia. And she called me while I was about halfway there and said that she wasn't feeling well. And it's a good thing she didn't come up because she ended up testing positive for COVID. So I came up alone. And I'm sure my dad is not super excited about it because... yeah, my sister is the nurturing, sweet sibling daughter, and I am the efficient daughter. So, wait for these cars to go by. Yeah, so I am the one that is tearing the place up and throwing stuff out and, you know, kind of making it safe for an 87-year-old man. Yeah, and it's stressing my dad out. And I'm sure those with elderly parents have gone through that dilemma on, you know, what do you do when the environment could, you know, injure them? But then they're pretty stubborn and, you know, they stop wanting to throw anything out. So I am throwing away the piles of magazines on the floor that are 7 or 8 years old. I'm letting him keep the last 2 years. And yeah, gonna go buy a new vacuum cleaner today. I was like, Dad, your vacuum's not working. You're missing this filter part. Do you know where it is? Because it won't turn on or won't suction unless you have this part. And, you know, when's the last time you used it? And, you know, the answer is, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. So, yeah. I don't know if you've ever stayed at you decided to go really cheap and you found the cheapest hotel that you could find while you were traveling. And then after you checked in, you didn't want to take off your shoes and you were like, never again am I going to stay at such an inexpensive, cheap place. Well, I kind of feel a little like that here. So I have been cleaning and scrubbing, and I'm going to buy a new vacuum today if I can't find the filter. So I'll look at Home Depot and see if I can find a filter. But if not, we don't have time to order it. I'll just have to buy a new one. Probably need a more lightweight one anyway. Aunt B said hers is so heavy she can't carry hers up the stairs. Did I say my Aunt B is 90? Yeah, she'll be 90 this year, so she doesn't need to be lugging a heavy vacuum cleaner up the stairs anyway. So I might try and find a more lightweight one. And then I'm just going to start throwing stuff away, like all the old shampoos and lotions that for the last 10 years, you know, we would purchase when we came into town, because the Walmart and all that stuff's about 30 minutes away. So we would always stock up just in case there was nothing here, and then nothing gets thrown away. So it's all crammed under in the bathroom sink, and there's just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to be cleared away while trying to make it look like I'm not throwing away a ton of stuff. I'm gonna have to like hide it in the trunk of my car. I don't think he'll notice. He doesn't open the cabinet under the bathrooms anyways, but if he sees me walking out with it, then, you know, then it's going to be, you know, digging through and wanting to save that. I swear every room has an unopened carbon monoxide, what do you call them, alarm, because he worried about carbon monoxide poisoning, but it's not like he's opened any of them and set any of them up, but there are a ton of them, like all over the place. I think every time he goes to town, he thinks, oh, I need a carbon monoxide alarm, and buys a new one, and then it just gets shoved somewhere. So I'll probably put one in every room, maybe, because then if the alarms start going off or they start chirping with the battery, I don't know if he'll know what to do with it, but yeah. Anyways, this is my week. It's still so beautiful here. It's easy to just relax even in between all of the other chores that I will be doing. So, and I'm also going to try and drive him around to see places that he hasn't been able to get to in a while. Like maybe, I don't know. I don't know if we'll see my grandparents' burial site. We did that a couple years ago. It's a couple hours away, so I'm not sure. But we'll definitely, you know, do some fun stuff too.